On the exhale, round your spine toward the chair back, pulling the navel back toward your spine. Let the head drop down. And then on the inhale, go in the opposite direction, arching your back, squeezing the shoulder blades together. You can use your hands and arms anywhere that will help you. Exhale, going back in the rounded back position. Inhale, opposite direction in the back bend. One more time each direction. Exhale, round your spine, pulling the navel back. And inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together in the back bend. And then bring it back to neutral. Six directions of the spine. On the exhale, let your spine round toward the back of your chair. Pull the navel back toward your spine. Let your chin drop down. On the inhale, go in the opposite direction, taking a little bit of a back bend, mostly from your shoulder blades squeezing together. The head can go up as comfortable for you. We'll go back and forth in these two directions a few times. Exhaling, you round the spine. Inhaling, doing a little bit of a back bend. Back and forth. These are two of the directions. And then bring your spine back to neutral. The next two directions will be lateral movements. On the inhale, raise your arms up, and on the exhale, let your spine go laterally over to one side. Inhale right back up, and exhale over to the other side. So we'll just take these side to side movements. Inhale, the arms come back up to center. Exhale, you take it over to one side. One arm dropping down, it can land on the chair. The other arm can continue reaching high. And if uncomfortable on your arms or shoulders, feel free to keep your arms at your sides, on the chair, on your lap, as comfortable for you. Then bring it back to center. The last two movements will be a twist to each direction. Again, we'll use the arms. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, take a twist to one side. Let the arms lower down and land wherever they like. Use your chair if you like. Inhale right back up to center. And exhale over to the other side. Here we'll go back and forth, inhaling the arms up. Exhale in the twist. Keep the arms out of it if you need to, if your shoulder's bothering you, or for any other reason. Back and forth with your breath. Inhaling up. Exhaling into the twist. And last one, bring it back to center. Six directions of the spine. On the inhale, let the arms rise up, and on the exhale, fold forward over your legs as far down as comfortable for you, giving a nice stretch to your back. Inhale, bring it right back up, arms all the way up, and repeat. Exhale, folding forward over your legs, let your hands drop down. Inhale, climb back up, arms up. Again, exhale over, and inhale back up. And exhale just the arms down. The next two directions will be lateral. On the inhale, raise the arms once again. On the exhale, taking it over to one side, let one arm drop down and it can slide down the chair. Inhale back up. Exhale to the other side. Inhale, bring it back up. Repeating. Exhale, lateral stretch down one side. Inhale back up. And exhale, second side. And bring it back up on the inhale. And exhale just the arms down. The last two directions will be a twist. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, turn in a twist and cross that arm over the leg and slide the arm down the leg toward the floor. The other shoulder's lifting back in the twist. You can raise that top arm in the twist if you like. And then bring it back up, arms up, back to center. And exhale, we'll twist to the other side and slide the arm down the outside edge of that leg. Roll the top shoulder deeper into the twist. And then bring it back up. And we'll repeat again. Exhale, take it into the twist. This time we'll hold the twist for one breath. So slide down in it on your exhale. Stay here in this twist. Keep breathing. Rolling that shoulder back to deepen. Back off if you need to. And then inhale. Bring it back up. And on the exhale over to the other side. Sliding the arm down the outer edge of that leg into a deeper twist. Top shoulder rolling back. Keep breathing. Hold the twist here. Hold the pose, not the breath. And then bringing it back up on your inhale. And exhale, bring the arms back down. Neck exercises. Allow the neck to easily move your ear toward one shoulder. Gentle stretch, don't overdo it. Take a few breaths here, letting the bottom tips of your shoulder blades move toward each other. And then bring your head upright. And we'll do the same thing over to the other side. Gentle stretch, no force, no strain. Gently bringing the bottom tips of the shoulder blades together. Keep breathing. And then bring it back up to center. And now gently lifting the chin, but keep the back neck long. Again, not overdoing it. And take a breath. And then bring your head back to center. Now raise your shoulders up toward your ears, shrugging your shoulders. And squeeze the shoulder blades slightly toward each other, and then let the shoulders slide back down. We'll repeat that again. Raise the shoulders up toward your ears, shrugging the shoulders, squeeze your shoulder blades toward each other, and then slide the shoulders back down. And one more, shoulders coming up, back, and down. Shoulders, arms, and wrists. Bring your fingertips to your shoulders. Let your elbows start to rise forward. Keep going. Let your elbows move toward the ceiling. Then start to squeeze your shoulder blades toward each other as the elbows go wide and down. We'll do a few more of these. Inhale, let the elbows lift up toward the ceiling. And exhale as the elbows go out and back down. And again, inhale the elbows up. And exhale the elbows back down. And again, inhale the elbows up. Exhale, let the elbows go wide and back down. Feel this movement from your shoulder blades. Inhaling up. Shoulder blades squeeze together as you bring the elbows back down. And one last one. Inhaling, elbows up. Exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together as they come back down. Now bring your arms in front and give yourself a hug, stretching across the shoulder blades on the back body. Take your breath into the back body as though you could breathe right between your shoulder blades to help expand the shoulder blades even a bit more. Look down at which elbow you've got on top, and we're going to change that. Change your arm so your other elbow is on top. And stretch across the shoulder blades again. Direct your breath back between the shoulder blades again. And then bring your arms in front, bringing the backs of the hands toward each other. Keep that one elbow on top. And let that top arm straighten as you squeeze the arm towards you, stretching in the shoulder joint. Take a breath. Changing arms. Bring your other arm on top and squeeze that arm. And then gently release. Now bring your arms out in front. Stack your one arm on top of the other, palms down, and begin to turn your hands so your palms face each other, and go ahead and clasp your hands together. And then bending at the elbows, bring your palms, your hands in toward you and up underneath your chin and back out for the forearm stretch. Squeeze your shoulder blades together as you stretch your arms back out. They may or may not go all the way back out. Tight forearms will keep the elbows bent. And then undo that, and we'll change to stack the other arm on top. Make the clasp. And then shoulder blades squeezing together as you bend those elbows and bring those hands underneath your chin and back out. Stretch it back out. Breathe. And then release. And just shake your arms out. And now we'll do some stretches for the wrists. Bring your hand in a flex position so the wrist is bent back. Spread across the thumb and the pinky, and then begin to stretch one finger down, then the next. Keep going and keep stretching the pinky and the thumb away from each other as you stretch these fingers. And then turn the hand in the opposite direction, and bringing one finger down and your thumb one at a time toward the forearm, stretching across the top of your hand. Keep breathing. And we'll do the same on the other side. Flex the hand back, spreading across the thumb and the pinky throughout as you stretch one finger at a time down toward your forearm. Go all the way across, doing each finger, and then turn the hand in the opposite direction and start bringing one finger down at a time. Just a quick, gentle stretch across the top of the wrist. Now bring your thumb to the baby finger and slide the thumb down the outer edge of the baby finger. This helps to reshape the bones in the wrist, preventing things like carpal tunnel. And then turn your fingers toward each other, and then the backs of the hands toward each other, and still slide your thumb down the outer edge of the baby finger. Squeeze your shoulder blades toward each other. Let the wrists come toward your chin, but your elbows drop down to deepen the stretch. Of course, you can back off whenever you need to, so you don't overdo it. And then just shake your hands out again. Neck exercises. On the exhale, let the head turn so your nose goes down toward the floor on one side. Inhale back to center, and exhale, turning the head to the other side. Inhale back to center and repeating. So as you're taking your head side to side, it's as though your nose is tracing an arc in the sky. Sometimes lifting the chin slightly so the arc is a little bit higher. Careful not to raise the head off the floor, but taking different arcs across the sky each time you go side to side. And then bring your head back to center. Now we'll start with a teeny tiny circle, but let your nose do a teeny tiny circle in the sky in front of you. And go in the opposite direction. And then do a triangle a little bit larger. Opposite direction. And then do a square a little bit larger still. Trace that square in the opposite direction. Next we'll do a figure 8 even larger. And trace that in the opposite direction. And next, the infinity symbol. It's kind of like a sideways figure 8. Trace it in one direction, and then in the opposite direction. And then take your head so that your nose points up to the upper left corner of the room, and draw a diagonal. Then do the opposite side. Point the nose up to the upper right corner of the room, and draw a diagonal. And then rest your head back at center, and feel the center back of your head where it makes contact with the floor, as though that's a coin there. Divide the coin in half, left and right sides, and see if you feel evenly weighted on the left half of the coin compared with the right. Relax both halves of your brain, both eyeballs back to really rest and drop both halves evenly. Bridge pose. With the knees bent, feet a little bit apart and a comfortable distance from your hips, arms at your sides, palms down. Exhale. On the inhale, let the arms lift and the hips lift. Arms can travel all the way up and over, landing on the floor beyond your head. On the exhale, bring the arms and the hips back down. Inhale, hips and the arms rise. Exhale, back down. Keep going between those two movements. If the arms don't feel good taking that full range of motion in that direction, perhaps out to the sides on the inhale, back down on the exhale, or keeping them down at your sides. Inhale up, exhale down. One more. And then bring the knees into the chest for squeeze, release. Exhaling, hug the knees into the chest. Inhale, release the knees a little away from each other. Exhale in, inhale out. Exhale in, inhale out. Exhale in, and then bring the feet to the floor and rest. Squeeze, release pose. Draw the knees into the chest, hands gently cupping over the knees. On the exhale, the knees come in closer in toward the body, the elbows bend. Inhaling, release the knees away from the body, allowing the elbows to straighten. Exhale, the knees come in. Inhale, the knees go away. Exhale, squeeze the knees in. Inhaling, release the knees away. Keep your head relaxed on the floor. Exhale the knees in. Inhale the knees away. And then rest your feet on the floor. Belly twist. Bring the knees into the chest, give them a hug. On the exhale, bring them in a little closer towards you. On the inhale, release them away a little bit. Exhaling them in, inhaling, letting the elbows go straighter. Exhale in, inhale the arms straighter. And now take your arms out to the sides. Keep your knees into the chest. You can open the legs up slightly. On the exhale, we'll take the knees toward one side, about halfway over. Inhale back to center. Exhale them over to the other side. And back to center on the inhale. And keep repeating, going side to side with your breath. Exhaling over, inhaling back. If you'd like to make this more challenging for your abdominals, let the legs go straighter. You could let the top leg only go straighter, or both. To back off, let the feet come toward your hips. One more time each side. And as you're ready, Bring the knees back in. Give them a hug on the exhale as you bring the knees in. Inhale, release the knees away. Exhale the knees in. Inhale, release. Squeeze, release. And then feet back to the floor and rest. Hip series. Exhaling, bring the knees into the chest. Give them a squeeze on the exhale. Inhale, release away a little bit. Squeeze, release. And now holding just behind the right leg, stretch your left leg back down on the floor. On the inhale, stretch the right leg up in the air, flexing the foot. Point and flex. And then take that leg out to the side, right leg going out to the right. Reach your left hand out to the left. Still point and flex. You can circle the ankle around in one direction and then around in the opposite direction. And then on the exhale, bend that knee, give it a hug. Inhale, stretch that leg back up in the air. On the exhale, cross that leg over the midline of the body and down toward the floor on the left. Reach the right arm out to the right. You can use your left arm to help prop up underneath that leg. Take a breath here. And on the exhale, give that knee a hug, rolling back onto your back. Inhale, stretch that leg up straight. Exhale, give it a hug once again. And inhale, go into a full body stretch. Both legs down on the floor in one direction, arms in the opposite direction. Then exhaling, bringing both knees into the chest once again. Give them a hug in on the exhale. Release the knees away on the inhale. Back and forth with the knees a couple times with your breath. On the exhale, give the knees a squeeze. Inhale, release. And now holding behind just the left leg, stretch the right leg out along the floor. Hold behind the back of the left leg and stretch the left leg up as straight as it's willing to go today. And point and flex. And circle the ankle around. And then taking the leg out to the left, use your left hand and arm to help prop up that leg. Reach your right arm out to the right. Circle the ankle around. Both directions. On the exhale, bend that knee, give it a hug. Inhale, stretch that leg up in the air. Exhale, crossing that leg over the midline of the body, left leg coming down toward the floor on the right. Reach the left arm out. You can use your right arm underneath that leg to help prop it up. Take a breath here. And on the exhale, give that leg a hug, rolling back onto your back. Inhale, take that leg up in the air. Exhale, bring it back in. And inhale, full body stretch. Legs in one direction, arms in the other. And then exhale, walk both legs in. Give them a squeeze, release once again. Squeezing on the exhale, releasing on the inhale. And then bring your feet back to the floor and rest. Knees, feet, and ankle series. On the exhale, bring one knee into the chest and make a slight fist in the back of the knee. This will help create space in the back of the knee. With your fist in the back of the knee, slowly close the leg over your fist and feel as though your fist is helping to push the shin bone slightly forward, creating space in the knee. And then point and flex. Circle the ankle around in both directions. And then bring both hands to the back of the leg and the back of the knee. And let your hands massage into the back of the knee. You'll feel those tendons of your hamstrings coming in. You can give them a little massage, pushing them in Turn your hands so your thumbs can massage into the back of the knee. And point and flex and circle the ankle around in both directions. And then draw the knee in a little closer and cross your ankle over the opposite leg. And begin to draw both legs in toward you, reaching your hands through and around behind that back leg. Hold behind that back leg and stretch that leg up as straight as it's willing to go. Point and flex, circle the ankle around. Hug that leg in a little bit tighter, deepening the stretch in the hip. And then releasing both feet back to the floor. And we'll repeat all that on the other side. Bring your left leg in. And making a slight fist in the back of the knee. And point and flex. Circle the ankle around in both directions. And then changing your hand, so both hands give your back of your leg and into your knee a little massage. Squeezing on those hamstring tendons. Turning your hands so your thumbs dig in there. Pointing and flexing and circling. And then crossing your ankle over the opposite leg. Bring both legs in toward you, threading your hands through and around behind that back leg. Stretch that leg up as straight as it's willing to go today. Point and flex. Circle the ankles around. And then bringing both feet back to the floor. And rest. Now begin to bring the breath in from the chest down toward the belly, from the top down, which is the way the physiology of the respiratory system works. The breath comes down the trachea and enters the lungs at the top, and it fills toward the bottom. Let your inhales move in from the top and fill toward the bottom, expanding the chest and the belly. Save a little room and soften the center of that diaphragm so that you can get some movement in the belly at the end of the inhale. It takes a little coordination. With practice, it's quite possible. Each of these different breaths is important and has different benefits. It's important that we're able to do each of these different breaths. The breath that's the furthest away from feeling natural to you is actually probably a breath you need more practice with to bring more balance to your entire respiratory breathing apparatus. Stretching your diaphragm in different directions as we pull the breath in these different ways. This breath from top down, just as important as breathing from the bottom up, or only in the belly, or only in the chest. They each have their own set of benefits as well as contraindications. So it's important not to practice and play with only one of these breaths unless you're under the guidance of a teacher. Continue playing with different breaths, working your diaphragm in different ways, and working to bring balance to your body, to your breath.